Great, talented bunch of people working for him. I went and talked to some of these orchestra members. Average, the guy says, I worked for 35 years with him. I went and asked the youngest guy. He said, I've been playing for him for the last 3-4 years, but my dad did it for another 30 years. So, the musicians who had great talent were part of his family, who worked with him. But remember why they worked with him? Because this man gave them challenges. For a musician, it is so important that you get given challenges, that he has to play those complicated notes day after day to make him come to that studio and sit in that. You can see some of the photographs there, I will show you. Not great studios of those days. He had to come there and sit and play those tremendously complicated notes. He needed motivation, and this man gave that. So, great talent, but MSV's lament was பாட்டை கேட்டோம்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்து எம்ஜிஆர் பாட்டு, சிவாஜி பாட்டு, இது வந்து இந்த டைரக்டர் அடிச்சான், இதுதான் சிச்சுவேஷன், இதுதான் பாட்டை எழுதுறவர், அதான் சொல்றேனே தவிர, you should all remember that this came because of my musicians. What a great leader, where he says my success is because of my team. That's a lesson you learn from this great man. So I'm glad, Ramki, that MSV Times is honoring all those musicians, because that's where his love is. And he gives the entire credit for the musicians, and he always says, you go to take any interview, he will say, because of my musicians. The musicians are not. But remember one thing, whenever you hear a song, whether it's an introduction music, whether it's an interlude music or a closing music, you know which song it is. And that's because of his great musicians. So, that was MSV's lament. I also had a lament and I asked him this. He gave me a story of himself, T.K. Ramamurthy sir, C.V. Sridhar and Kannadasan hiking off to a bungalow in Uttarakhand to compose songs for two diametrically opposite films. One is a romantic comedy, Kadhalike Nirnala, and the other is a musical tragedy, Kalaikoval. And he said they almost composed 65 tunes. And I said, sir, இந்த சினிமால 8 பாட்டு, அந்த சினிமால 5 பாட்டு, மத்ததெல்லாம் எங்க சார் போச்சு அப்படினா. So 65 tunes, yes. So the fact remains that MSV composed tunes in producers' office, in somebody's table, in a room, in the car, in a bungalow, that there was no structured way of recording the notes. If those notes were there, ladies and gentlemen, please be assured that this world will come to know the art of composing. And even if those budding musicians don't have a tune, they could figure out how to cut a tune out of that and give it to us again. So, that is one part. But even more irksome is they put all the effort, they composes the tune, they practice, they deliver the number, they record the number, and the damn thing doesn't come in the movie. That's even irksome for me. So, I will give you a sample. I'm sure a lot of you would have heard it, and for those who haven't, it will be a revolution. This song was recorded for the hit film Palam Padam, and the song was deleted from the movie. MSV told me that the பாட்டு எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச பாட்டு, ஆனால் என்னவோ பீம் சிங் வந்து வேண்டாம்னு சொல்லிட்டார். நீங்கள் ஏன் சார் சண்டை போடலன்னு கேட்டேன். அதெல்லாம் வந்து போச்சுன்னா இன்னொரு பாட்டு போட்டுக்கணும், அவ்வளோதான் பார்ப்போம். No, for him it was a matter of fact. For me it's too much, because as much as he loved the song, I love the song. I'm sure you're going to love this song. But the tragedy associated with the song is it didn't come in the film. And I think it ranks as equal or better than any of the songs appearing in that hit film Palam Padam. Let's listen to this.